What is up, everybody? Jester here, and today I'm going to be putting the drama aside because when I went to the Streamer Awards the other day, and more correctly, I went to Marco Meatball's stream on YouTube to watch him react to the content that he and Ironmouse put out for the Streamer Awards. That's all I went there for, and I wanted to get his first initial reaction to the stuff being broadcast, and I got to tell you, I loved it. His enthusiasm. He was like a kid in a candy store, and I encourage you to go watch his POV on this. So definitely the link for that's in the description, as well as Ironmouse's channel, which is what we're watching today. But this is going to be a Warframe collab. They're going to be performing We All Lift Together and Lullaby of the Manifold. I'm not very familiar with Warframe, nor the music in it, and I have heard this before, so I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to kind of stop at certain spots and kind of break down what I think. I'm going to keep it fairly short, though, so we don't lose too much continuity in the music. But for all of you guys waiting, here we go. This is Ironmouse and Marco Meatball doing their Warframe collab. Let's go. Isn't it just amazing how far animation has come?
The land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe.
This, the song of sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build our future. Strong, united, working till we...
First impression, she sounds great. He sounds really, really good here as well. You can tell he's being pretty reserved, though. I feel like he's got a lot that he could break out into. But first impression, the animation is fantastic. I love the setting. And yeah, let's keep going. I don't want to interrupt too much.
Sons and daughters, hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build our future. Strong, united, working till we fall.
It's got such a sea shanty type vibe to it. It's very rhythmic. It's very smooth. Like, this is something I could just grind to. Like, this is fantastic. Like, if I was in the game, this would definitely be a song. I don't even know if the game's very grindy. So you guys let me know in the comments a little more about Warframe. But this is good music to me. I like it. I know it's a little bit different. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. I think it's being presented in a really cool way. Yeah, just so rhythmic, and I like it. I wish they might have figured out a better way to represent Marco than the TV, but maybe that's game specific or lore specific. I know it's kind of interesting when you've got a flesh tuber and a VTuber kind of going in the same thing and trying to represent both of them. It's an innovative way to do it. It feels even though it's an industrial setting in the animation, I feel like it just feels a little bit off. And maybe it's a little Max Headroomy, but look, man, they did what they could with how they could do it, and it doesn't change the music whatsoever. So it's not even really a criticism. It's just kind of, for me, it's a little bit weird. But this part coming up is where Marco really started to go off, and I'll stop it here as soon as we get there, about the production stuff and what he thought about it. Again, it's a good transition into the second song. Completely changing the palette. But it brings your protagonists into it. It's wonderful. It's good artistry. And this is where he's going crazy. He's in his VOD. Again, the links for both these guys are in the description. Ironmouse and Marco Meatball. This is where he really started to sound like a kid in a candy store when they were coming up that elevator. And he's like, I can't wait for you guys to see. I can't wait. And to see that kind of enthusiasm and joy in sharing something that he hasn't shared in like 5 years when he retired from professional singing, it's really heartwarming. And gosh, I hope they do more stuff, because you could tell that he was doing it on his terms and in his way, and that's what it's all about. You know, like sometimes when you're in a job, no matter what it is, you have to do things a certain way that isn't real personalized. It's not really your way, and it's so cool that he, even after all this time, he's still got a passion for music. And obviously Mouse has got a massive passion for music. And, you know, it's such an odd world that they met each other. It really not that odd, considering Mouse wanted to be an opera singer her whole life, and he was an opera singer. But it's so cool to see the way people can come together. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to the next couple of frames. And this has nothing to do with the music at all. This is a critique kind of just people in general. It's not even necessarily the award show, but I think if you look at this scene, and maybe it's a little hard to see, but it's a microcosm of concerts these days. Once upon a time, it might have even been during the Neuro collab I did with Fortali, he was reminding me of a time where he was watching a video of a band, an official video from a band that was doing a small stage show, and they were rocking out, giving everything they had, and everybody in the audience was standing there with their phone and just recording. Nobody was jamming, nobody was doing nothing. And in this scene, it's really similar to where you just see so many people with their heads down, not even looking up, on their phones. Look, to everybody and each their own, but this, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to like concert culture, this really should change. Be there to support the artist, enjoy it. But like, yeah, I don't know. Everybody just seemed, and that was one of the problems I had with the Streamer Awards in general, was none of the jokes really landed. Everything seemed so forced. People seemed like, a lot of the presenters and even the hosts and stuff just seemed so robotic. And I don't know. It feels like this was an opportunity to really love something about a game, or at least give it a look, and most people aren't even trying to give it a look in this picture. So this has nothing to do with the music. It's just kind of, I think it's just the state of concert culture these days, and it really does drive me nuts. She sounds so good.
Velvet blue the meadows lie, though the haughty ones defy. Gold shall never break our tie to that far shore forlorn.
I love how he's coming in and it's very operatic, but how undertoned he's doing it. it would be real easy to be over the top there and really lean into that opera stuff. And he's doing it at a really nice tone that is not big and huge and not out of the moment. It's a really nice compliment to Mousie's silky smooth vocal. He's a little bit more raspy and just a little bit more understated. I think he's got a lot more to give, though, and I'll talk about that at the end. But I think it's just a really nice combination of the two of their voices together. And when they start singing together here in a second, it's actually beautiful. Their voices lend themselves to each other extremely well.
Onward high, oh, but we may tame the sky. Cool, but we shall distant die on that far shore forlorn.
Same people again, just on their phone, not paying attention. Again, it's culture at this point, or a lack of.
Mouth to mouth and eye to eye, sleep where comets whisper by.
Sleep while constellations sigh of that far shore forlorn.
There, he's starting to go just a little bit more. He's starting to let it go just a little bit more, but not a lot. It's real subtle. But you can tell how much more reserved the beginning of his part was than what this part is. You can feel that and maybe it's just a simple matter of he's feeling it now. Or maybe it was deliberate that he was a little more toned down in the early part of the song. But it's great. It's really well done.
Onward high, oh, but we may tame the sky. Cool, but we shall distant die on that far shore forlorn. Onward high, oh, but we may tame the sky. Cool, but we shall distant die on that far shore forlorn. On that far shore forlorn.
Just beautiful. Their voices are so good together. So good together. And I dig it. I dig it. Again, this isn't going to be music for everybody. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but video game music has a big place. And I've heard a lot of people talking about that a lot of video game music has become extremely operatic and epic and cinematic and that type of thing. And I do love like cinematic type music. So I guess it's no wonder that I would find this fairly impressive. There's been a lot of people on Twitter that are just shitting all over this for no good reason. They just, oh, it was trash, and then they give zero reason why. And again, you got to take a lot of these opinions with a grain of salt. Not everybody's going to like everything you do. It just is what it is. But if somebody comes in with a valid criticism that's even, remotely constructive, take that with a grain of salt as well, because it's all the bigger picture. But when people just hate to hate, you can pretty much ignore that shit. It's just really silly. For me, though, the takeaway is welcome back, Marco. I'm happy for you, man. Like I've never really followed much of your content, but you're such a decent person, and you're very, very good at what you do. As far as picking things out of people's voices and helping other people understand how to do it. And now you're back, baby. You're back. 5-year hiatus, and you did it on your terms. And what I would say is here's what I would like to see. Wonder, Starlight Daryl. Please, let's get these two their own Music Box of Fate type song. Because what I think I would love to hear specifically from Marco. Ironmouse and Music Box of Fate got her chance to let go of everything and hit the note she always wanted to hit. When the world told her she couldn't, when her health told her she couldn't, she hit that last note and she finally let it go. She finally put it out into the world. And I think Marco's getting to that point where, you know, I'm not trying to force him into something he doesn't want to do, but I would love for him to have that moment that is letting all of his past go, all of the troubles and all of the things that bothered him about the business go, and just hit that note that he always wanted to do and do it on his terms. And I think that would be awesome for him. Although he's super enthused with this, and I think there's great reason to be. It's a really good mix. And again, I'm not into Warframe, so you guys let me know in the comments if this is kind of the style that Warframe does with these songs. But there's a lot of potential here for these two to work together in the future, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait for it. Hopefully you guys like these kind of reactions. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and like the video, and maybe think about hitting the bell, and you'll know when I have future stuff coming out. I myself am going to have some more music videos coming out soon, as well as, a Long Dark video. There's all kinds of stuff that I get into. I try to have fun and make a variety of content. So if that's up your alley, think about subscribing. It costs nothing. And definitely go check out Ironmouse and Marco Meatball's channel. Till next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.